Yes, they have almost no personalities and very little in the way of drama, but the origin of the challenges of the unknown has some real life affirming beauty to it that will get you off your rear and living life more fully and more vigorously. You have four guys who seem to be living very full lives. A deep sea diver, a pilot, a wrestler, a daredevil, and they're all famous. They're on a plane together to attend an interview when a storm takes the plane down and destroys everything, except they survive and they see a wristwatch that's totally intact as well, which makes them see their survival as a miracle. And they say they're now living on borrowed time and decide to change their lifestyles. Of course, we're all living on borrowed time because our lives are finite. And if we look at what the challengers specifically decide to do when they make this discovery, we can uncover something about what we see as valuable in life. They hadn't been wasting their lives beforehand, but their new motto becomes not being superheroes, not fighting crime, but challenging the unknown, which is to say, exploring, seeing new things, solving hard problems, going to weird places. Now, no one would read this and see it as strange. It's actually really normal. When you speak to someone who's aging and talking about their regrets, you'll often hear them say that they wish they'd traveled more, seen more of the world, took more risks. They're talking about exploring. And when we think of people who are currently living rich lives, we do think of people who travel a lot, or people who are learned in a lot of different fields. We seem to have this inseparable link in our heads between exploring and living richly. Somehow, the act of charting new environments or new ideas is fundamental to our sense of satisfaction and accomplishment in life. To give just one sentence on the possible reason for this, I'm sure evolution would have favored exploration very strongly because it raised the potential for survival success as you find new food or water sources, as long as this drive is balanced with protecting yourself and not overextending. So it makes sense for exploring to be deeply pleasurable. Exploration also fulfills a super basal foundational need in humans, the need to feel safe. If you chart a new environment or a new idea, it becomes known, and known is safe. We have a strong familiarity bias. If the challengers are learning about new dimensions and unexplored caves and unmet alien species, they're both feeling satisfied and they're creating a sense of safety in the world, or in the universe, rather. We really need this. We get overly comfortable sometimes and need that kick in the pants to get up and do something new. Not necessarily to travel the world specifically, because most of us can't do that so easily, but to at least explore something. Even if it's as simple as talking to a stranger today, or even trying a new genre of video game, or best of all, reading up on a topic you're curious about, because intellectual exploration can be the most convenient. You just have to try new things. Getting out of your comfort zone is how you create new comfort zones. If you could chart the whole world and feel comfortable everywhere, that would be better than staying where you are. The totemic value of the challenges of the unknown is what I appreciate most about them. I will sit down and realize that I've been stagnating, reading and playing and watching the same things over and over, talking to the same people over and over, insulating myself, and I think of the challengers for 1 second, and I realize what I've been doing, and I get this burst of energy and inspiration. We are on borrowed time, and they remind us of what to do about that. And by the way, the purple costumes might be the perfect color for them, because purple is kind of a magic and ethereal color that I would definitely use to signify the unknown. It's good when visual symbolism matches the themes of the characters because the message is even stronger in your head when you're sitting there and you visualize them for a second. One other quick thing I really like about the team is that they're very toyetic. I wish so hard that there was at some point a Challenger's action figure line with a playset for Challenger Mountain, a plane for Ace Morgan to fly that could fit the whole team too, some sort of underwater suit or maybe a submarine for Prof, maybe a motorcycle or something for Red Ryan. They remind me a bit of the Thunderbirds in this way. I really wish the challengers had more meat on the concept as far as actual interesting storytelling goes. I can't claim that their books are really that exciting to read in terms of plot, and oftentimes the characters are so similar to each other that you can't even tell who's talking. While it is a bit refreshing whenever I read a team book that has no interpersonal drama, if the stories were just a bit more dramatically compelling and a little tighter, the thematic value of these characters might have helped buoy them to be more popular. As it stands though, think of the team, use the team, and live a life rich with exploration.